Good morning. I just woke up. It's about 9:30. My friend sent me like 3 huge paragraphs, so I was really afraid. And oh my gosh. And I can't even process thoughts this early in the morning. I have no idea why people are Snapchatting me at 9:30. It's fine. My first day of work is today, so it should be interesting to try to film one useful day of footage. I just got out of bed because the fan is on and it's way too cold in here. So now I would usually like go eat breakfast and like get ready for the day. I just took the biggest break in this vlog because I've done nothing but sit around. I guess I gotta start getting ready for work now. Got negative $11 in my bank account. It's time to get a job. So I don't know if I mentioned earlier that I'm gonna be working at Rue 21 in a dead mall. Like, I'm not kidding, this mall is probably the most dead mall in the entire United States of America. They closed down their Macy's. Like, the point where you have to close down the Macy's and there's 4 stores in there. Macy's? Questionable. But I don't know what I'm gonna wear for my first day of work. You know, I'm gonna put out some options because the last place I worked, the last place I worked had a uniform. Even though it wasn't the most appropriate uniform, it was a uniform, so I didn't have to worry about getting dressed for work and making sure that everything I'm wearing is appropriate. And so I just don't wanna mess up on my first day of work because that would be really embarrassing. You know, I might just show up in my like old uniform, like, hey, so my hair is looking quite rough, so we're gonna figure out a way to not look like that. It's so rare that I look like a human being in my vlogs. It's my first day of work look. I don't think they're gonna like the midriff as much, so I'm gonna try to hide as much of it as I can, but I did put on makeup because I just looked so awful before, so I was just like, you know what, it'd probably be a good thing if I tried to put on some makeup. I put my hair in a half up, half down. You know, I feel like I'm ready to go sell some clothes and some fragrances. Now I'm in the car on the way to the mall where Rue is. I'm not gonna vlog my car ride just yet because I haven't learned how to do it perfectly. But once I do, I'll make sure to vlog my car rides because they're actually the most fun parts of my day. But I cannot drive and vlog because I'm already a very shit driver. So we're gonna just put this on pause for a second until we get to the mall, and then we'll get to like freak out and break down there, and then I'll go to Rue, and then right after I'll make sure to come out and vlog about my first day. I just got back from my first day of work, and you know, I thought that I was not gonna have that much to say, and then I was gonna be like, oh
guys, like I love my work, like I love everybody who works here. I can't wait to go to my next day.
I cannot say that. That would be a blatant lie. Like I just left the Georgia Square doors like completely unlocked. So if anybody's trying to go rob a store, bro, feel free. Just be real with my first day of work in retail. Let's just start with, I had to do a 40-minute online training of like how to use a cash register. And of course I knew how to use a cash register. Like, my other job was in a restaurant, so I kind of had at least a good bit of an idea of how to use a cash register. I'm completely wrong. No, like, I did not know how to use a cash register for Rue 21. Now that is a complete different like deal, but it's honestly was just like an experience because as soon as I was done with that, they were like, okay, go ahead, make your first purchase. And I was like, okay, you know, like, and I did everything like almost all right, but then I started doing more things, like checking more people out, and I was so blatantly wrong. Like, I would void certain items. The process of voiding was completely incorrect. I want to pull over into a gas station and just like crap on myself on like how bad I did at my first day, it was just like, so like, you guys probably think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. Like, I did a terrible job. I did a horrible job, and I'm exhausted. So I'm just gonna park my car and talk in this racetrack parking lot. Well, I'm back in my room now. Bear with me. So, you know, I walk in and I put my stuff down in the back. You know, I'm really excited because the store is really slow, but I was wrong. As usual, I was very, very wrong. Honey, you got a big storm coming does not summarize. The storm, the hurricane, the tropical, I don't even know, what do you call stage 5, level 5 hurricane that hit me when I don't even know. Like, I can't even make a timeline because my brain is fried. Like, I don't even, I'm
in shock.
I did my training, and then as soon as I did my training, she was like, well, go check that person out. And I was like,
oh, like now.
I'm gonna do it? Okay. And you know, I type in my number, I get everything good, solid, you know, and I'm killing the game because, you know, I just did my training. But then I like pick up the scanner, and our scanner is so sensitive, you don't even have to touch the little like clicker thing, that you can just scan it and it'll just scan. So it just scans like 3 times, and I try to avoid the item, and I just was wrong. I was really wrong. I completely messed it up, and mind you, there's like a line growing, and the way our store is set up, there's like the cash register and then the fragrances and then like all the rest of the women's section, and the line was not only at the fragrance section, like it was like starting to hit the women's section, and she was still just leaving me to go, you know, not opening up the next register. I feel like this is shade. I don't mean it as shade. From then on, like, so hard, because then there was a woman coming up to me being like, hey, I need a dressing room, and I didn't know how to open up the dressing rooms yet. And then there was a woman coming up to me being like, hey, can you get that size for me, like all the way up there? And I had to use that little hooky thing, and like everything was coming down. Mind you, I'm wearing this tiny shirt. Like, this shirt is absolutely tiny, and I was stretching. I was literally stretching to grab like 8 bathing suits that this woman wanted, and at the same time like unlocking 3 dressing rooms and checking this person out, and also making sure that my section was clean. And it was just a whole lot. Like, I know that's what retail is. Like, everybody's like, oh, retail is awful, and I didn't get it till now, and I was like, oh no, you know, guys, like, you know, I learned a lot today. I'm very grateful for the people I worked with because they dealt with me being literally incompetent. But, you know, first day is always the worst day, right? Second day can only go up, from here. I'm excited. I'm making money. That's the most important thing, the bag. So I'm excited for the rest of next week when I work a lot. So that should be really interesting. But it was an experience. If you liked this video, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn my post notifications on, you know, leave a comment, leave a like, follow me on social media if you want. Oh, should I do this? I don't really want to.